You should pay attention to because when it happens, it may go quite quickly, and you need to know. So you should, in a hotel, you should be aware where the fire exit is. So it's good to take care. When you are in a flood zone, in a flood-prone zone, it's good to know where to go.
It matters because we'll have more of these events going ahead. It's driven by climate change, creating more violent weather that we'll also experience in Europe.
Vulnerability to extreme weather events is having a huge impact in some countries, even in the developed world.
It can actually happen to you all the time. You can be impacted by a heat wave, for example, or your relatives or your children. The same for a flooding event.
So instead of having one flood every 50 years, you start having every 30 years or having every 25 years. And this can be actually a much larger kind of flood, for instance. So you need to be prepared for this as well.
We're living closer and closer together and more dependent on central infrastructure like electricity, gadgets, internet, and so on. And all of these systems are vulnerable to disaster risks.
So there are quite big costs that are coming up in the future. There are estimates of around 150 billion annually of different losses. Might it be in forestry or agriculture due to drought or pests or other effects, heat waves impacting the health sector, or maybe different landslides, mudslides, interrupting the infrastructure. So there are quite big costs that are coming up in the future.
I think that the citizens should be aware about this. They should be conscious about the risk they are exposed to, which are the risks, which is the level of risk. And they should adopt some auto-protection rules.
It also matters because disasters is, per definition, something that falls upon those who are vulnerable, which means that a lot of already impoverished countries are experiencing way more disastrous risks than we are in Europe. So disaster risk reduction is also something you should care about because it's a matter of creating a better world, not only for us, but also for people living outside Europe.